actually super love this question. I love breaking down our process for everybody
Mm-hmm.
because I'm super passionate about emergency management. But in general, when when we start making plans for emergencies, it kind of begins with uh, we hear about an incident that's going to happen, whether it's weather related or anything else, and then 72 hours before that, we'll have a planning meeting with some of our interagencies, but also some local, state, and federal representatives are there.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of just set the tone for what's expected, what do we need to put in place for whatever that event may be. For example, the weather event, we had people starting to talk about where are we putting these items such as salt or etc.
All right, and just quick sidebar question. Um, I'm assuming like, is there like I know y'all some of these plans 72 hours in advance. Is there even more planning that y'all do beforehand for like?
This, go ahead.
I was just saying for like like I saw like on the website flood and winter weather planning and stuff like that.
Yeah, so if they're pre-planned events, for example, a really good example is the Ironman. We know that that's going to happen. So obviously, with those bigger planned events and things like that, we will plan those out and start our planning meetings before. But it's more of like this, I guess I say spontaneous events like weather, where once we
Mm,
hear about them and it's kind of been confirmed and a little bit more confident, then we'll do the 72
okay,
or 7. Yeah.
okay, and say like with weather, I know weather changes all the time. We know this very well here. Um, if within that 72-hour span between the meeting and when it actually happens, something changes, how quickly are y'all able to go in and refine the plan that y'all made?
Our team is really good, and this weekend was kind of a testimony to that. So we have the 72-hour meeting, and then we planned a daily meeting. But when we need to, and I always put this on my messages out to everybody, but when we need to ramp up operations, people are ready to ramp up operations. So for example, if I need to bump it up and we need to have a meeting now or in 30 minutes or anything like that, my team is incredibly responsive. And I say my team, but I mean all of the internal and external agencies that assist with the incidents such as this weekend.
I know you said like for some like pre-planned events, y'all start planning earlier. Do y'all get to like practice these plans? Like we know that sometimes winter weather happens and there's going to be like ice on the ground. Do y'all get to practice that at all?
I will say, anytime a real event happens, it's a good use of what we would call also a practice. We treat it like a practice,
Okay.
but yes, we do practices and we run through those drills and exercises as well. I've planned as I get more familiar and in my role, that's my goal is to kind of create like a cadence going forward of when we can have these exercise plans in ahead of hurricane season or ahead of winter season, things like that.
Um, I was even going through the county website today, and there's a section where that you can click where you can like read plans, but when you click that, it says this web page does not exist. Is there plans to like update that and have some kind of plan in place?
I'm actually glad you brought that up because our website is just actively being worked and planned right now, so that's why the 404 is there. I just talked to my IT department right before this conversation because I saw that and I was asking them like, when's our general estimated time, and they're working on it. But I did bring that up because those should be on there, but there's not like there. How was I gonna say? Sorry,
You're fine.
it's being developed.
Okay. And also, while I was going through the website, I saw that there are different committees and even like volunteer and training opportunities for the community. Do you know, or can you tell me more about the two different committees or a few
Yeah,
different committees?
I think, yeah, there are a few. I think one you might be referring to is the CERT committee, CERT.
Hmm.
It's the Community Emergency Response Team. So Augusta's had a pretty big, and as I'm going through all my files and kind of collecting everything, Augusta's had a really reactive and responsible CERT team, which is really amazing because not a lot of cities have that. But the people in this city have been very interested in that. So that is one of the plans to kind of like revitalize and get that going.
All right. Um, and I guess other part of it is training and volunteer opportunities for the community. Do you know? I know you said you have like plans in place. Do you know have like a rough estimate of when people in the community can get some of those trainings and things like that?
Yes. So when I started this job, I promised that I would kind of do a 30, 60, 90-day plan. The 30-day was kind of get internal information and meet with other departments and kind of learn their processes and policies. External, which is the 6-day plan, that's kind of this where I'm at now. I'm towards the end of that realm, but that's the external partners. That's me meeting with um, our NGO shelter facilities, our local businesses, things like that, and then getting their plans and kind of putting that all together. And then the 90-day is now once I've kind of gotten everything I need to pull together my report for Augusta, I can develop what we need. What I see is like, this is a true need that the community has. CERT is one of them I've already identified. So it'll be after my 30 or my 90 days. So
Okay.
somewhere in like, I would say March or April, I'm really excited to like start putting those plans out there. But right now I don't have them, but I'm excited to get started.
Okay. Speaking of you recently getting in the director seat, are there any like other changes you're hoping to make to the agencies or improvements or anything like that?
Yeah, I found that Augusta is kind of one of those big, small cities, meaning there's a lot that happens here. Sorry, I have another call. I want to answer it. There's a lot that happens here, but emergency management kind of only works at a holistic level. So the most important thing that I'm excited to do is engage with the community. When I said I found the CERT information, I was kind of diving through our files and I saw all the members we've had. So I was really excited to do that and kind of build up that concept of self-preparedness with people.
Do you want to like, because I noticed there's emergency alerts. Do you want to like say anything about the emergency alert system for people in the community?
When you say emergency alert system, is there a specific system you mean, or how I sent out, or how we send out the Everbridge like text
Yes,
messages
that.
on Friday? That, yeah.
Yes.
So we have a system called Everbridge, and we can use that for sending out alerts to the public. It's something that we can essentially pre-plan ahead, and then when we're ready to press the button and send the alert like we did on Friday, we go through levels of approvals to make sure that the wording is right and that this is the message we want to send out. And then when all of those kind of get passed, at that time, for example, I think Friday, what was it, like 10:15, I think it was sent.
Mm-hmm.
That was when we decided on sending it. But that's generally the process. Is it's a web-based system, Everbridge, and we just kind of put it in through it. You have a certain number of characters, which is why sometimes it reads a little funny, but we that's the order of which we send.
Okay, one final question. I always ask this in every interview I do. Is there anything that we haven't talked about or that you think should be included with what I'm about to cover with this interview?
Yeah, there was a lot covered, but I honestly just want to say thank you to the people of Augusta because I take this position very seriously and I really do have a true passion for emergency management. I'm excited to engage with everyone in the city as a whole. I ask that people follow our social media page to continue to get up to date information. It's at Augusta GA EMA. And then this week is also Georgia's Severe Weather Week. So we have some really unique content for that week, for this week, for that.
Oh, wow. Did not know that it was Georgia. I already forgot what
It's
you said.
Georgia Severe Weather Week. So it
Okay.
has like different categories per day. Let me pull up the little list. So Monday, yesterday was family preparedness. So we did a video on a go bag. And today is thunderstorm safety. So we posted a video about thunderstorms and the damages that they can do. Tomorrow's tornado safety day, and I'm actually going to be a part and join the Richmond County school system for the national tornado drill. That's a national level drill that
Mm-hmm.
they have,
Oh,
but
I
that's why
remember
they
that.
kind of, yeah. And then Friday's lightning safety, and or Thursday's lightning safety, and then Friday is flooding safety.